Hello, hello all. So this is an important topic for the CCNP or CCI guys, right? And I hope this topic will be interesting for everyone, right? So on this topic, I want to discuss about BGP attributes. So I will just discuss one attribute and which is quite important that you should know about this attribute. So first of all, the attribute name is AS path. Okay, and how this attribute will with different ways. You will not find this video anywhere, maybe on YouTube as well or in books as well. I have not read this part, right? Because I have deployed this, so I want everyone to share this information that this AS path prepend, how this AS path prepend, okay, is important for both inbound and outbound routing, right? So normally in any video, right, on YouTube or anywhere, right? You have seen that AS path is used for inbound, right? For outbound, 100% persons will say that you have to use, let me explain. For outbound, they will say go for local preference. For inbound, go for AS path. And for the last 15 to 17 years, I have experience of 17 years. Okay, everyone says or asks what are the BGP attributes which influence inbound? They say local preference. What is the BGP? Sorry, they say AS path. For outbound, they say local preference. But in this video, what I will show you that AS path, I can influence AS path for both inbound and outbound traffic. How? I will explain through diagram and the configuration. I will explain each and everything, right? And the guys who are pursuing CCI, please comment me that you agree or disagree, right? And those are guys who are doing CCNA or CCNP, please do this lab and put comment that this lab, which I am telling you, is working or not as per the expectation which I have introduced in the beginning, right? That this will work, 100% this will work because I myself has deployed this, right? So I have two circuits. I am running BGP. I am running BGP here, eBGP, eBGP. I have an iBGP here. Okay. I have on the core switch. I have OSPF. I am doing redistribution. Here I am doing redistribution. Here I am also doing redistribution. Okay. This part, this metric by default OSPF is E2. So this is metric of 30, E2. This is metric of default metric is 20, E2. So any traffic from LAN will always go on this private router. iBGP is running, right? But I don't want to run LP. I want to run, I want to run AS path, okay, to influence my inbound and my outbound traffic both. So whatever I will configure on this secondary router. This is primary router R1. This is my secondary router R2. Okay. So let me draw one simple configuration. Not draw, I will write the simple configuration and then I will draw one diagram to explain the whole concept, right? How the traffic will route it from one location to different location through this configuration, means AS path prepared. So the inbound traffic for this site will come on this router. The outbound traffic will exit from this router. There is no configuration on this router apart from the distribution. Okay, so let me write down the config. This IP is 2.2.2.1. This is 2.2.2. Don't get confused. This is public IP. This is just for concept purpose. But on MPLS you can use private IP in real life, not public IP, right? So I will create route map here. Two route map I will configure, one for inbound and one for outbound. Let me create a route map name, route map AS path tripped, and I'm writing it inbound. Okay, set AS path tripped. My AS number is 1, 1, 2, 2. So set AS prepared two times. Okay, one route map I am I'm configuring for outbound, so I'm routing it IP AS path prepared outbound. Set AS path prepared last AS 3. Okay, so please keep in mind AS path prepared inbound, AS path prepared outbound, and then I will redraw this diagram. But before that, let me write the whole configuration of router 2, right? So on the router 2, which is my secondary router, the configuration will be router BGP 1 neighbor. Neighbor IP is 2.2.2.2. Remote AS is 2. Neighbor IP is neighbor 2.2.2.2. Route map AS path prepared inbound, and this is out. Okay, then neighbor 2.2.2.2 route map AS path prepared outbound, and then put this direction to be in. Okay, I have not seen any in AS path so far. I'm 100% secure. Network 192. This is your LAN subnet. Okay, I'm just taking one LAN subnet. Those 255.255.0. You have to keep mask here. And if this is not mask, so what will happen? This will do class full, right? So this is right because if you are not put mask also, this will be /24. But if you want to use classless, then you have to put mask. This is also important question for BGP, that why you use mask, right? So you have to answer, if I will do /24, I don't require any mask. If I am doing /29, I require mask because mask means classless. So after doing this configuration, network statement, and if your BGP comes, if your TCP is SYN is getting through, three-way handshake is getting through, and if your BGP config is fine, so BGP works on TCP port number 179. So this TCP part and BGP configuration part, and both part are clear, then your BGP will come up, right? Once your BGP will come up, right? Let me draw one diagram that what will happen once we apply this. part, right? So let me draw a neat and detailed diagram, right? So that will be important to understand the concept. So this is MPLS connectivity. Okay, this is your two router. This is called C router 2, C router 1. This is connected to P router, P1. This is connected to P2. In, in between this router, we have IBGP, we have L3 switch, we have OSPF here, we have OSPF. Uh, on the L3 switch, we have SVI 192 subnet, 192.168.1.0/24. We need to tries from this router as well. Then we have L2, and we have user setting or server setting here, right? Now this is connected to multiple sites. Let's keep it simple. Running a static, HSRP, VRRP, zero switch. This is a user, right? Switch, user. EBGP, EBGP, and EBGP, EBGP, route reflector. You have a route reflector connectivity, route reflector, route reflector. You have an IBGP, running IBGP, you're running IBGP, right? So what will happen once you apply those configurations on this router? So this router will advertise 192.168.1.0/24 with an AS path of 1122, right? It will increase the AS path of 2 times from this router. So this is your AS path prepared. And from this router, the same prefix will be advertised 192.168.1.0/24 without an AS path prepared. That will reaches to your RR. RR will only advertise the best path. I have uploaded few videos on SD-WAN where I have compared BGP with BS Smart, right? OMP. So please watch those videos as well. It will only advertise the best path through this peer, to this your neighbor, right? And whenever the traffic will be routed on this P, right? RR is just a control plane, right? Control plane. It will handle only control plane traffic, right? For the data plane, there are multiple router in between as well, right? So traffic will always route to this part, okay, to this part because this path is the best path in the BGP because BGP will only advertise the route with less AS path. In case outage on this circuit, again the re-advertisement will happen from route reflector. The best path will is the AS number having two AS, so the traffic will be routed on this P2. In case of failure on P1, right? And normally you know that with BGP it will take 3 minutes to flush the routing table. So convergence time is very poor in case of BGP. You have to wait, right? You cannot do anything. Now this is for your outbound, right? Outbound traffic. This is not for outbound, sorry. This is for inbound, right? So all the traffic will be routed on this from your remote location, right? Whether you have 100 locations, 1,000 locations, always your reverse traffic will come on P1. Now, the second config which we have say, okay, prepared last AS, right? So let's say this subnet is 10.10.10.0/24. This is your 11.11.0/24. Whatever will happen that this P router, AS number is 2, so this router will add double to 3 times AS while installing any route of remote location. So let's say your remote location subnet is 10.10.10.0/24. So on this router, you will get prepaid of 3 prepaid of this router, prepaid of 3 years, or on this router, we will get without prepaid. Uh, we are running iBGP, so we will exchange this route. So all the reverse route traffic means the inbound traffic will be forwarded through this C1 to P1 because the routes which we have received from P1 is having no prepaid, and through P2 while installing route in the BGP table it has appended the AS path of the P2 and then installed. So this path will be the worst, right? So the inbound will be through C2. So all the traffic from CE2 to PE2, right, will be used in case of failure. So in case of failure only the traffic will be routed. Now, in short, how your BGP will table will look on R2, right? So if you do IPBGP, IPBGP for any remote location, right? Let's say for uh, remote location, let's say 10.10.10.0/24, right? So this path, your C2 part, right, will be not the best path. So we will see only the valid asterisk and the best route will be always through CE1. So is I have tried to explain, right, how we can manipulate your inbound and outbound traffic via AS path. So please like my video, subscribe my video, and put your honest comment, right? And whatever you want to watch in your CCNP course, right? Put comment that you want to watch this part in CCNP or CCI or CCNA or load balancer or firewall or SD-WAN. I will prepare and I will upload. You can contact my your mobile number also 7061757704. Don't call me, just WhatsApp me and visit my website also netguru.com. So I am teaching my 17 years of experience which I have, okay, totally in routing, switching and security. So these things I have implemented in real life. This is not a bookish knowledge. So whatever knowledge up, I'm creating the video, right? It is through my own knowledge which I have deployed somewhere in my journey, throughout my journey, right? So please let me know your comment and I will wait for your comment. Thank you.